Right now, you and I are living through one of the most pivotal moments in artificial intelligence history, and most people have no idea that it's happening. Like watching someone type, a stormy beach at sunset with dolphins jumping in the waves, and then stepping into that world not watching a video but walking through it, feeling the sand beneath your feet, hearing the waves crash in real time. While you were hyped about OpenAI's GPT-5 and open source models, Google DeepMind just dropped something that is straight out of a sci-fi movie. They call it Genie 3, and honestly, the name doesn't even begin to capture what this thing actually does. Hit that subscribe button if you want to stay ahead of the curve on the tech that's literally reshaping our world, because what I'm about to show you will change how you think about reality itself. Here's something that keeps AI researchers up at night, and it's not what you think. It's not about making smarter chatbots or better image generators. It's about something way more fundamental. Teaching machines to understand that the world continues to exist when they're not looking. For AI, this is monumentally difficult. Most AI systems live in fragmented reality, seeing only snapshots. They're like that friend who only exists when you're texting them no continuity. No understanding that the world keeps spinning. This is the world model problem, and it's been the holy grail of AI for decades. Because if you want AI that can actually do stuff in the real world, drive cars, perform surgery, or just not knock over your coffee, that AI needs to understand how the world works. Not just recognize patterns, but genuinely get that actions have consequences. DeepMind has been chasing this for years. Genie 1 was impressive but limited. Genie 2 was better, but you could only interact for maybe 20 seconds before everything fell apart like a house of cards. But Genie 3? This isn't incremental improvement. This is science fiction becoming science fact. You're staring at a simple text box, nothing fancy, just a cursor blinking, waiting. You type, Alpine Village in winter, smoke coming from chimneys. And then it starts building, not rendering a video, not generating a static image, but actually constructing a world around you. You start walking simple keyboard controls and the world responds. Not like moving through a pre-made environment, but like the world is thinking ahead of you, predicting where you might go. None of this was pre-programmed. None existed until you decided to look. Genie 3 generates every frame as you experience it, building the world moment by moment, maintaining perfect consistency. This isn't just advanced graphics. This is a fundamental leap in how machines understand reality. If you know game development, you're thinking, surely they're using Unity or Unreal under the hood? Nope. That's what makes this unsettling. Genie 3 doesn't have a physics engine. No pre-programmed rules about gravity, momentum, water flow, or shadow casting. It learned all of that by watching videos. Millions of videos of the real world until it developed what researchers call intuitive physics. Jack Parker Holder, one of the lead researchers, described testing where they had Genie 3 generate a precarious stack of objects. They watched as the AI predicted correctly that the stack would topple, showing realistic collapse. No physics calculations, no rigid body dynamics, just understanding based on patterns from countless hours of video. This emergent physics understanding is what allows Genie 3 to maintain consistency over long periods. When you walk behind a tree and return, it's still there because the AI learned that objects persist when unobserved. It's like the AI developed intuitive reality, understanding the same way a child does, through pure experience, pattern recognition on massive scale. Most AI systems are goldfish. They forget everything after a few seconds. It's like talking to someone with severe short-term memory loss. Genie 3 maintains visual memory for up to a full minute. You can walk through complex environments, go behind buildings, explore different areas, and when you return 45 seconds later, everything is exactly as you left it. This isn't just technically impressive, it's philosophically profound. Genie 3 builds persistent worlds, places that continue existing independently of your observation, virtual realities with actual continuity. We're talking about an AI holding an entire world in its mind, tracking every detail, every change, every interaction for extended periods. That's not just technical achievement that's approaching something that looks suspiciously like awareness. When DeepMind says real time, they mean real time, 24 frames per second, 720p resolution, zero pre-computation. Every frame generated fresh based on your input, previous frames, and the AI's world understanding. Most advanced 3D rendering takes hours per frame. Even game rendering relies on pre-built assets, lighting maps, physics engines optimized for decades. Genie 3 does something that shouldn't be possible, creating detailed, physically consistent 3D environments from scratch, in real time, from text descriptions and user input. The computational requirements are staggering. This isn't just raw power, it's intelligence. The AI must understand what you want, predict how the world should look, maintain consistency, simulate physics, all in milliseconds. That's not just fast computing, that's fast thinking. DeepMind didn't build Genie 3 just to impress conferences. They built it to train their SIMA system, scalable, instructable, multi-world agent. The problem with training AI agents has always been the chicken and egg situation. To build AI handling any environment, you need training in lots of environments. but creating diverse, realistic environments is incredibly expensive. Genie 3 solves this by becoming an infinite environment generator. Instead of needing human artists to create thousands of training scenarios, SEMA can be dropped into unlimited worlds generated by Genie 3. Early results are promising. In demos, SEMA navigates Genie 3 worlds, following complex instructions, adapting to new environments. It's not moving randomly, it shows genuine understanding of spatial relationships, object permanence, goal-directed behavior. This combination could crack general-purpose AI, unlimited training environments paired with architecture that learns and applies knowledge to new situations. Everyone focuses on obvious applications gaming, VR, but we're missing the bigger picture. Think about education. Instead of showing pictures of ancient Rome, you type Roman Forum, 50 AD, busy market day, and instantly have a fully interactive historical environment. Students walk through civilizations, explore human cells, witness events, experience different planetary conditions, not as observers, as active participants, or therapy and mental health. Exposure therapy for phobias, safe social interaction practice, personalized healing environments. Therapists could work with patients creating environments addressing specific needs. Professional training is huge. Instead of expensive simulators, generate unlimited scenarios for pilots, doctors, emergency responders. Safe practice for high-stakes situations. Scientific research transforms too. Study human behavior in different environments, generate them instantly. Test architectural designs, create and walk through them before spending millions. The applications are limited only by imagination because Genie 3 can create anything you can describe. DeepMind is refreshingly honest about current limitations, which makes me more optimistic. Interaction duration, while impressive, is still minutes, not hours. For complex, long-term training, you'd want longer persistence. AI agent action space is somewhat limited. Human users navigate naturally, but AI agents have constrained actions, partly safety, partly technical limitation. They're expanding. Multi-agent scenarios are challenging. While Genie 3 generates worlds with multiple entities, modeling complex interactions between independent agents needs work. There are quirks. Real-world geographic accuracy can be hit or miss. Text rendering only works reliably in initial prompts, occasional assumption mismatches. But these feel like engineering problems, not fundamental limitations. The core breakthrough exists. AI generating persistent, interactive, physically consistent worlds in real time from text. The rest is optimization. We're approaching a world where real and generated content distinctions become meaningless. If you can create photorealistic, interactive worlds indistinguishable from reality, what happens to our relationship with actual reality? Unlimited creative possibilities, instant access to any imaginable environment, exploring impossible worlds incredibly exciting. But what happens when generated worlds become more appealing than real ones? When you can customize every environment aspect? When dealing with real-world messiness seems pointless compared to generated perfection? I don't think this leads to matrix scenarios, but it will fundamentally change how we think about experience, presence, reality itself. Maybe that's good. Maybe instantly creating and exploring any imaginable environment will expand human creativity and understanding in unpredictable ways. There's something easy to miss. Genie 3 represents a fundamental AI development shift. Traditional AI systems have carefully crafted architectures, hand-tuned for specific tasks. Image recognition, convolutional neural networks, language, transformers, physics engines. Genie 3 is different. Its emergent complex behaviors arise naturally from simple processes. The AI wasn't programmed to understand physics or object permanence. It learned through observation and pattern recognition. This emergent approach enables flexibility and general purpose capability. Instead of being locked into specific tasks, it develops broad world understanding applicable to novel situations. This is probably what artificial general intelligence will look like, not specialized systems bolted together, but unified intelligence developing general understanding through experience. The most important questions aren't technical, they're social and philosophical. How do we maintain human agency and creativity when AI instantly generates any describable environment? How do we ensure access doesn't create new inequality? How do we preserve human-created content value? What does this mean for education when students can instantly visit anywhere, anytime? For entertainment, when anyone creates personalized worlds? For work, when creative and technical labor gets automated? I don't have answers, and nobody does yet. But these conversations need to happen now, while technology is early stage and we have development influence. Another AI breakthrough, another hype cycle, another change everything technology. We've heard this before, and reality is usually more mundane than promises. But Genie 3 feels different, not because it's perfect or solves every problem, but because it represents genuine capability leap rather than incremental improvement. For the first time, we have AI creating persistent, interactive, believable worlds from simple descriptions. That's not just technically impressive, it's new creative expression, new learning and exploration methods, new digital content interaction foundations. More importantly, it's a glimpse of what's coming. If this is possible today with current hardware and techniques, What about 5 years? 10 years? We're living through technology inflection points where old rules stop applying and new possibilities emerge faster than we can understand them. Genie 3 isn't just research or demo. It's a preview of futures where imagination and reality boundaries become meaningless. Imagine for a second that in 5 years, technology like this becomes as accessible as web browsers today. How might people's lives really change? How might this transform education, entertainment, training, research, artistic expression? How might it change our fundamental relationship with reality itself? I can only imagine how much better this tech will be in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. But I can say with confidence we're witnessing something genuinely historic the moment science fiction became engineering reality and the world started looking like magic. So if you found this helpful, if you want to stay ahead of curve on technologies reshaping our world, hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. This is just the beginning, and you'll want to remember where you first heard about the moment everything changed. The future is being written right now, one generated frame at a time, and honestly, I can't wait to see what world we'll explore next.